welcome to another lesson on 10 common mistakes. I thought maybe you were all sick and tired of these videos, but still people seem to want to watch them. So I get new mistakes every week and it's easy for me to make, so no problem. Let's look at the first mistake. It is a very typical one. I'm preparing 2 exams. Now the problem is the noun. We generally have a rule in English: for plus noun, 2 plus verb. When you're answering the question why, if you want to use a noun, use for. If you want to use a verb, use to, yeah? So why are you preparing? I'm preparing for my exams. I'm preparing to take my exams. Okay, so not 2 plus a noun, please. It should be for. I'm preparing for exams. Okay, number 2, I have a reply on this question. This is of course a preposition mistake, and I believe it's because my students use the preposition on in their language, but it's not correct. It's a reply to this question. Okay, I have a reply to this question. You reply to a question, or you answer a question. Okay, you can reply to a person as well. Okay, number 3, what for are they doing this? Now, I hope you remember that generally speaking, prepositions should go at the end of questions. So, what are they doing this for? Yeah, what are they doing this for? Or you can say, why are they doing this? And it's exactly the same. But please remember prepositions at the end. Who do you live with? What are you talking about? Yeah, about and with go at the end. Okay, number 4, he had a desire for becoming successful. No, not for and a gerund. I don't like this construction. Sometimes we see it, but it's not very common. What we really need here is 2 plus infinitive. Not for becoming, but to become. He had a desire to become successful. Oh, sorry. He had a desire to become successful. Okay? Not for becoming. It just sounds nicer to use 2 plus infinitive here. Okay, number 5, I know them all except of him. It's a preposition mistake again. We should always use for with except. Except for me, except for you, except for him. Okay, number 6, he can remind only a gigantic owl. Now we're talking here about he can remember, not remind. When we remind someone about something, that means you say don't forget, okay? But when you just remember, it means you recall, you remember something in your memory. So he can remember only a gigantic owl in his dream last night, but his face reminds me of a gigantic owl, maybe, if he looks like an owl. So they are different, though similar. Okay, number 7, they avoided go there for 3 weeks. The problem is this verb, which is in the infinitive. After avoid, use gerund. So he avoided going. Would be correct. Okay? Avoid is gerund. Number 8, the girl was much successful than her. Now here is the quantifier is the mistake, and they're important in many of your exams. We don't say much successful. We say much more successful. You need the word more. And you can include much as well. You can say the girl was much more successful than her friends. Yeah? But you don't have to. You can say the girl was more successful than her friends. Or the girl was much more successful than her friends. Both are okay. But much successful is wrong. Okay, number 9. He went on the party with Jen. Preposition mistake again. Whenever you're talking about going with movement, you go to. He went to the party with Jen. He went to Russia. He went to France. He went to Paris. The only time we use on is go on holiday, go on a business trip. So there are some collocations with on, definitely. But go on vacation, you know, this kind of thing. But not here. We just go to a party. Okay, last one. He blamed Patrick of murder. This is almost correct. You could say this, because blame is for. He blamed Patrick for murder. But it's probably, well, maybe it's what you want to say, but it may not be. In my class, this wasn't correct. We needed a different verb here. What the student wanted to say was that the person went to the police and told the police that Patrick was responsible for murder. So this is not blame, this is accuse, although it's very similar. He accused Patrick of murder. Okay? Accuse is when you go to the police station. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, so I'm going to write it here. Accuse someone of plus gerund. Accuse him of murdering his wife. Accuse is when you go to the police. Blame is what a mum does when she says to her child, it's your fault. Yeah, she blames her child. So blame just means you say it's your fault. But accuse means you go to the police, or maybe you go to the authorities and you tell the authorities, maybe not the police, but you tell the authorities that they are responsible, that they have done something illegal. Okay, I think that's perhaps enough for these mistakes. If you have any questions, please write them under the video, and as long as I understand them, I will answer them. And please subscribe if you'd like to see some more lessons. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you all soon.